Hello students, and welcome to our first week of learning together in ED 914. I'm Dr. Wojcik. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to welcome you to class and to talk about a few structures that exist. So each week within Blackboard, you'll notice the format of the course will typically remain the same. There'll be a brief introduction video, and then there'll be a pacing guide for you to engage with resources that are posted. So remember, the pacing guide is a structure to support you. It doesn't mean on days 2 or 3 that I'm checking in to be sure that people have posted, and then on days 3 and 4 you've responded to peers. Really, that's there as a scaffold for you to help structure your learning within each weekly module. So there's really one primary textbook that you'll be expected to engage in, and that is the content area reading textbook. So this is the text that you will use to do your reading response logs and to really think about information to respond to the discussion prompt. So typically each week there are 2 posts that remain the same, the reading response. And this is really a place for you to be able to really capture your notes, capture your thinking. Perhaps you have connections to your own environment, the context of your students, and you might have questions for the text. You might post questions to your peers around the reading. And this is really the place where you're doing some of your collaborative thinking together, but also pushing yourself in your own thinking and thinking about how the content is relevant to you. And so you may, something someone says at the same grade level may resonate with you, versus another student. So there are other texts that I have said were optional because you will be engaging in a strategies portfolio, and the strategies you choose are really for the students that you are working with. And so it's been very helpful while students are thinking about their own portfolio for elementary students. So the strategies book by Jennifer Saravallo has a lot of lessons already planned out for you. It is structured, giving you the strategy, providing options and examples of the anchor charts. So this is a text that may be very relevant to you in elementary school or even up to 7th grade, but some teachers, high school teachers, really have found some of the other, another option that might be more helpful. So this is a nonfiction and a fiction resource by Gravity Goldberg and Renee Hauser. And this also has strategies for you to develop lessons for your students, right? So they're at a much higher level, and the examples of texts really are more supportive for more middle leaning towards high school students. And so I just like to give people options. You are not really required to buy the supplemental texts, but a lot of teachers have, the feedback has been that they have been very helpful and that they've continued to use them within the context of their classroom after the course has finished. The primary textbook also gives you examples of strategies. They're just not as diverse, and there aren't as many resources to be able to support your thinking and your work moving forward outside of this classroom. I will be offering office hours, and typically I usually put a window in of about 30 minutes. That way people can check in with questions and check out. Sometimes we extend beyond the half-hour limit if there are a lot of questions or if multiple people show up and I'm reviewing a upcoming assignment. So I'm happy to stay on longer than 3 o'clock, but sometimes I just have a couple of questions launching at 2:30, and usually if people can't make that time, you can schedule an appointment with me and we can meet one-on-one, face-to-face through a Zoom and discuss questions that you might have or review assignments, or I can engage you in any type of thinking that any content that you would like to review. So I'd like to welcome you and let you know that I realize that this is a difficult time in education and that we're all juggling a lot of things at one time. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy to help as we're moving forward in our learning.